My name is Zach.
Tristan.
And before we get started, we wanted to do a little friendly competition. So Tristan and I both have a piece of paper and a marker, and we're going to draw each other, and we want you guys to let us know who draws the other person better. So we're going to, I don't know, give it like a minute in our heads, and we'll see who draws each other the best. All right, let's get started. So Tristan, do you want a hat or no hat? Are you a drawer?
I have to have
or
a
an
hat.
artist? You have to have a hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Am I a drawer? No.
Oh gosh, I already messed up. I'm doing a lot of detail in the ear because that's a really important thing.
You look like a Ninja Turtle right now. Sorry.
That's awful. It's good. I mean, it's good. All right. How do you draw a hat? We're just going to draw it like this. I'm doing a side profile, by the way. Trying to get your best.
Side profile.
Yeah, I'm already committed now, so I can't not do it. And that's a hat. You're wearing the Fenway one, so we gotta make sure we represent that. Okay, that looks like a bad word. Oops. I think I messed up your nose.
Everybody messes up the nose.
Hey, it happens. All right, we're eyebrows. All right, and
This is glorious. Taking this very seriously.
all right. I gotta get your striped shirt in there, or it didn't happen.
Oh, you're just gonna a portrait today for you.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. How much more time do we have left? I haven't been
I feel
counting.
like we should stop.
You think we should
Why?
stop?
Time.
Kind of gave you some elfish ears here. Sorry.
All right. Oh wait, we gotta sign it to make sure it's verified. I don't know. Is that your signature for real?
Yeah. There's no way anybody can copy it.
No.
No force in this. Tyler and Emily.
Oh no.
What? So, this is Tristan, and that's
This
me.
is clearly Zach.
So we want you guys in the chat to let us know which one's better. So are you voting for mine, which is Tristan, or are you voting for Tristan, which is me? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. You guys chat up in the comments. Let us know which one is better. I'm voting. Okay, listen. I think, honestly, yours isn't half bad. Now, the problem is, I don't think I'm that round.
You're not that right. I was the papers.
I got you.
Short.
Well, you could have
I
just
could have
flipped
done that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020.
Sorry.
Now, me, I should have went full face. I just did the
I
side.
didn't realize my back of my head's that flat.
I don't think it is. But you know what? When it happens, it happens. Also, I was at an advantage on you because I didn't have to do hair.
Yeah.
I'd have to do the hat, which I think honestly, that's a pretty good looking hat.
That's not bad. The hat's not bad.
The Fenway and everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
good job.
all right, let's see. So right now we have Brendan saying, Zach, okay, guys, keep on voting. Who?
Nobody cares what y'all are saying right now. Yes, Miss Gilchrist.
No.
She knows what's up.
There we go. Keep on voting.
knows
Who
what's
has it
up.
better? Is it Tristan's picture of me or is it my picture of Tristan that's better?
The one of Zach. Yes.
Savannah, listen here. Listen here. This picture is gold. You're gonna hang this up after you're done?
Probably on my refrigerator.
I'll hang up yours on my refrigerator too.
Okay.
Perfect.
At your new house.
At my new house.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Sarah's saying no.
That's the first picture hung up on your refrigerator.
Sarah, can we?
At your new house.
Actually, I don't know if
Come on.
our fridge may not be magnetic.
Yes, it is.
All fridges are
No.
magnetic,
Yes, it is, honey.
unless it's a wood door
Maybe it is.
refrigerator.
All right, so I don't know, Sarah. Who won this? Sarah will be the final vote because
I think that that the one Tristan drew of Zach looks like a toe.
So the
Toe.
one that Tristan drew of me looks like a toe.
And
Now,
I
have you
to be
seen
honest,
toes?
That doesn't look like Tristan at all.
it has the hat.
I don't.
The hat.
It's the
I
hat.
vote Tristan's is better.
Yay.
Tristan wins. There's no prize other
Darn.
than
I'll take home the chicken.
you take home the chicken. Yes. Thank you guys so much for what's up?
Lysol it.
Yes.
Lysol. Thank you guys so much for joining us. As we get started, we just want to play a quick game with you guys called Why Does This Exist? Is that correct?
Yes.
Or what is this thing that exists? Why does this
Why
exist?
does this exist?
Perfect. So Tristan,
We got some
please.
fun ones for you guys. So what's going to happen is they're going to show two things, well, a picture of something.
I think there's instructions on the next slide.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh.
Sorry.
There you go.
So you will be presented with a picture of an uncommon tool, object, or device, along with two possible explanations for why that item exists. Your job is to figure out the object's true purpose. Why does this exist? So let's go to that first one. That's a weird looking thing. This is a common baby toy that was created to teach geometrical concepts to small children and for chewing on during teething. Or this is a cable manager
Like that.
that separates and organizes your electronic cables.
So-
What do you think it is?
I want to say it's 1. You guys let us know in the comments if you think it's 1, put it number 1, or if you think it's 2, put number 2. I think it's number 1. The problem I have with it though is that I don't think a baby can learn geometrical concepts. I don't think. I don't have a kid though.
I mean, they can to an extent.
but
But at
it's
the
a
same-
circle.
Yeah. And if
Well,
it is a kid's toy, it is clearly just for teething because
I
that
think major
gonna work.
on teething.
I'm going to
Yes.
go with the option 2 here.
Option 2. Okay,
on
that's
this.
fine. We're getting a couple cable managers, so you may be right. Let's see.
Let's see.
It is a cable manager. Now, what kind of how are you going to store cables like that? How are you going to manage cables?
I guess to keep them from getting tangled, you like put in like I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe it's sticky.
Has anyone ever used one of these before?
I mean, I've used cable managers, not one that looks like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, mine are usually just like twist ties
Yeah.
or
The little Velcro ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what those are called, but the Velcro
the
ties.
Velcro ties.
All right, let's go to the next one, guys.
A lot of people were right on that. I was the only one wrong.
Good job, guys. This, I know what this is because I've seen it before.
Really?
This is known as an automobile blood pressure reader.
That sounds so
For
fake.
all you that need to get your blood pressure of your car, that checks the pressure and spacing of your car shocks. Or this is called an inflatable shim, and it holds a door or window in place while you work on a project.
So you know what it is. I don't know if you should say because
Yeah, I know what it is. So
All right. So in my opinion, the first one sounds really stupid. But also I don't know a lot about cars, and that may be a thing, because it also reminds me of the things that like EMS people use to move stuff, like the Jaws of Life thing, but it's like the inflatable one.
yeah.
It looks like that, so it makes me think of cars. But I'm gonna go with number 2, because that one sounds more realistic. But I don't know what you would need that for to work on a project, you know.
Gotcha.
So I can't ask your opinion because you definitely know what this is.
Yeah, I know what this is.
It could just be a really weird blood pressure thing, which will be number 1.
I didn't know that. That's how you check for pressure and spacing in your cars. I didn't know you were supposed to do that. Did you?
I did not.
Yeah. That might be a thing.
That may be a thing.
All right. Some of them are saying number 1.
I'm seeing a lot of number 1s.
Lily says it's number 2.
And so does Jacob and Brennan. I think Brennan's a bandwagoner.
Yeah, bandwagon. The correct answer is 2. It is a inflatable shim. Now,
Give me an example.
the
Okay,
reason
please.
I know what this is because I have locked my keys in my car before, and whenever you call, I have insurance that we have roadside assistance, so they can come unlock your cars. What they use this for is it's flat.
Yeah.
The air's not in it, and they wedge it in between your door. Okay.
Okay.
Pump it up, and it spreads your car door open enough that they can put the little thing in to unlock your car.
So this isn't talking about like house doors or house windows.
not door or window
so
like
that,
that in your
okay.
car.
Okay. So I was thinking the same thing about cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for your cars. But yes, it is incredible to watch them. I had never seen one, and the guy showed up, and I was like, "How are you going to get my car?" He's like, "I'll show you." And literally, it took him like 10 seconds.
That's crazy.
It was awesome.
That's crazy. All right.
Because it was hot outside whenever that happened.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh. This is a double-sided fishing magnet that's used for finding metal objects, or this is a small weight that's added to a fishing line to help control casting.
So my instinct was this is something with fishing, and I saw the first one say fishing, so I was like, oh, that's it. But they both require fishing.
Yeah.
So it's a guess. I think everyone knows it's fishing now, but what could it be? Do you find metal things as you're fishing, like intentionally?
I know the answer to this one again. I've seen these before.
It doesn't look like a normal
are-
weight I've used in fishing.
Yeah.
So I'm going for the magnet because
Okay.
also there's that circle thing.
Yeah.
It just looks like that's a magnet.
Yeah.
I just never seen anybody fish with something like that to pick up metal things. 'Cause
Gotcha.
you're not there to pick up metal things.
Yeah.
You're there to fish. So unless, I don't know.
Anybody else? We got some people saying twos.
We see some twos.
Small
Oh,
weights.
Lily says small weight.
Brendan Gilchrist and Savannah and Ethan and Emerson, they're all saying it's the fishing one.
Well, they're both
Fishing magnet. Fishing magnet.
Yeah.
So the answer is 1.
Okay, cool.
Fishing magnet. I have seen this. There's actually a whole bunch of videos on YouTube of kids and grown-ups using these. What they'll do is they'll go to like a dock or something like that, and they'll throw these overboard and they'll drag them on the ground, and they will find all kinds of
So
stuff.
they're not really fishing.
I mean, it's technically fishing, but
You're not fishing for fish.
no, you're not fishing for fish. You're looking
fishing
for metal
for
objects.
metal objects, okay.
Dude, I've seen they've found like guns. They've found knives.
So
They found money.
how big is this thing? I was thinking like
some
this.
of them, it all depends. It's like a normal size like this, but how strong the magnet is different. So some of them, I've seen some guys go up to like 500-pound magnets.
Oh my gosh.
Where it can hold that much.
Yeah.
They've found like safes that people have dumped.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. It's cool stuff. Let's go to the next one. What? This is called a Garby.
They both sound fake.
It's a simple tool used to space out objects during woodworking and crafting. Or this is also called a Darby, and it's a simple tool to flatten concrete.
Again, I think they both sound really fake. The fact that they both rhyme makes. I mean, obviously one's right,
Yeah.
but
Garby and Darby. I have no idea on this one.
I'm going for Darby because it says the first one says woodworking crafting, and that's made out of wood. You can't make woodworking stuff out of wood.
Oh.
It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't?
I mean, it probably
Are
does.
you a woodworker?
I'm not at all.
Or a crafter?
I'm neither of those things. But a Darby just sounds a little bit more real.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, you've seen people like do like a flat thing against concrete.
Yeah.
So I'm going for a Darby.
I'll go against the grain and say it's a Garby.
Are you going?
I'll go with Garby.
You're going with Garby, okay.
We'll see.
And we have some people saying we see some twos, so we see a lot of twos. So flattened concrete. Right now you got one.
1-1. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh.
It is a Darby.
It's a Darby.
Actually, if you look at the photo, it looks like there's like some like gray concrete kind of stuff on the bottom. Now that I'm looking at
Oh,
it.
yeah. Try to give it
I
away.
think that's my first one right, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel good.
All right, let's do one more. Oh, what? This is a talking toilet paper spindle.
I wish it is. I hope it is.
This is what we need right now in our lives, folks. Toilet paper talking spindle, okay? Or this is a portable carbon monoxide detector.
Or option 3, it's like the hilt of a lightsaber.
Ooh.
Because that's what I see right now.
It
Is
does
a
look like
lightsaber.
That would be interesting.
But I'm going for the talking toilet paper spindle, just because I want that in my life. I want a lot of different things in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I also kind of want a bidet.
I mean, you got a new house.
Why not?
Try something new.
But Sarah, I don't think Sarah wants a bidet.
Why not? Just say you had one.
Well, I think she doesn't want the bidet cleaning me and her, because it's not the same
Do you have
water.
a special bathroom for yourself now?
I could.
See, there you go. So put it in that one, and then she doesn't have to worry about it, right? Yeah. All right, so let's see what this is.
I'm going for 1.
I'll go for 1, 2. Yay!
Yes.
We got it right.
Now I want to know, what does it say to you? Like, hey, stop using that toilet paper. It's a pandemic right now. Like, what does it say to you?
I would hope you could like change the voices and stuff.
I want
like
Morgan
you do.
Freeman to.
Yeah,
That's a large part.
or Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah,
Well,
that'd be awesome.
I'll be.
Be awesome. Cool. Well, good job, guys.
Good job. That's it. Next one we have is a lesson. And today we're talking about Easter because Easter is coming up. I believe this Easter is going to be a different kind of Easter than we probably all lived or been through in our lives. And I think it's going to be really interesting and just different. So because of that, I want to talk about Easter and what that means for us because even though Easter may or may not look different, I think we still need to talk about the message of Easter because it's important to us as Christians and we can still share the gospel with people, even if we're quarantined or, not able to really do much. So Tristan, do you want to start with the story?
Yeah. So you're talking about what this lesson was going to be about being through hard times with people and stuff like that. And obviously that's something that's going on right now. But I remember that a long time ago, I worked at a business and we went through a death. The owner died. And it was hard on everybody. And it was the first time really that I had gone through like someone dying that was close to me or, that was kind of like someone I saw every day and that kind of stuff. My grandparents passed away, but I never really had a real relationship with my grandparents just because we moved away from them. And we saw them like maybe once or twice a year, if not every couple of years.
Yeah.
So like that was a totally different experience than this death. And I just remember that going through all that with the people around me in the office, not a lot of them were what I would say Christians. And so I had the opportunity to relate to them through a hardship and still share the gospel through it too, just because they would be like, how are you handling this so well? And, just different ways. And, what do you do through all this kind of stuff? So it was a good time to relate to them. I think it's important whenever we're witnessing, whenever we're evangelizing, whatever, is to relate to people, to find that relatable thing so that we can back it up with, not back that up, but use, Christ and the gospel. It helps us to relate to people with that. So that was a time in my life where it went like that.
Wow. So today we're talking about suffering, going through hard times. And the main idea I want to point out is that Jesus suffers the same way we've suffered. He's gone through so many different things that we've also experienced. And so I don't know what kind of difficult experience you've been through this year or this past year. I mean, we've been in our homes for the past 3 weeks now, 2 weeks. But maybe you broke your arm, or maybe you had a horrible basketball practice, or maybe even just tried to eat a really spicy chicken wing and it did not go down well. Whatever it may be, whenever we experience something difficult, sometimes the thing that is really nice is knowing that there's somebody else there that can understand what we're going through or what we've been through. And Jesus can do the same thing for us as well. So when life gets tough, it's easy to feel alone. I'm looking at here because my notes are here, just because. But sometimes we feel like we're the only ones who've experienced things before, especially when it comes to death. Sometimes we're like, man, no one's felt this kind of thing before, or no one can possibly understand. So even though people tell us God is with us, it can also feel like He's not. It can feel like He's distant. Especially when you see your friends, turn their backs on you, or maybe you don't make the team, or you don't pass the test, or you don't get the job, or maybe you didn't win that perfect attendance award, whatever it may be. We know that there's difficulty in our lives, and sometimes we can ask ourselves then, why did God let this happen, right? I know I've asked that before, like, man, why did God let this happen? Because it doesn't make sense to us. Maybe we even ask, should I just give up? Or is it even all worth it? And so this may come as a surprise, but even Jesus understands what it's like to answer questions like those. So if you've been around church before, maybe you just know this, that you probably heard that Jesus died and rose from the grave a few days later. And that's why we celebrate Easter every year on a Sunday. But before we talk about what happened after Jesus died, I want to talk about what happened before. And so in this, we're going to be reading in Matthew 26, and we're going to be reading verses 36 through 39. But before we do that, I just want to talk about what happened in Matthew 26, a little bit in 27, because a lot happens. So first, I won't go in particular order, but a bunch of people want to have a plot to kill Jesus, to arrest him and kill him. They recruit Judas, one of Jesus' disciples, to do that. Judas says, of course. Jesus then meets with all of his disciples and say, hey guys, this is my last time with you. This is my last supper. So I'm saying goodbye. And he also says, I know that Peter's going to deny me 3 times. And Peter says, nah, that ain't me. He does. And then we see him actually get arrested. He goes through a bunch of troubles. He gets put on trial. He's put sentenced to death. He dies. And the rest of the story we'll talk about next week. But he's been through a lot. But the verses I want to talk about today is 36 through 39. And it says this. And then Jesus... words, I'm like, oh, this is easy. But Gethsemane... See, I'm already messing up. It's just a tough word. So Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, sit here while I go over there and pray. And taking with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, he began to be sorrowful and troubled. Then he said to them, my soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch with me. So, in this chapter, Jesus experienced more suffering than most of us can imagine. You know, he said goodbye to his friends. He was plotted against. He was let down by Peter, by everyone he loved, really. He was arrested, taken to trial, sentenced to death, spit on, tortured, you name it. Betrayed by 2 close friends. And we may imagine that Jesus walked toward death with complete peace and composure, but the account of of Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane really tells a different story. And the biblical accounts of this moment says that Jesus was overwhelmed, or he was in anguish, or he was exhausted because he knew exactly what was going to happen. He knew what was about to happen. And they even talk about that Jesus' sweat turns to blood because he was facing so much stress in his life. And I mean, I've faced stress in my life, never to that extent. So I can't even imagine that. But in the final hours before Jesus' death, we see him asking God, is there any other way? He says, Lord, can you take this cup away from me? You know, not my will, but yours. Is there something else you can do? So if I were Jesus, I would be asking another question too. I'd be saying, God, is this worth it? These people who betrayed me, forgot about me, humiliated me, hurt me, wanted to kill me, are they really worth this pain? I know if I was Jesus, and thank the Lord I'm not, I would have said no. I think my answer would have been no. I'd be like, they ain't worth it. I'm out. Exactly. But not only did Jesus suffer, but many people in the first century suffered because of their faith in Jesus. The Roman government was threatened by Jesus' teachings and the movement Jesus began, which meant his followers endured all kinds of suffering and oppression. So naturally, this made followers of Jesus wonder, is this Jesus thing, really worth it? So many of Jesus' earlier followers were Jewish. And while they raised to follow the laws and beliefs of Judaism, they did put their trust in Jesus and began to follow him. But in the face of persecution, many of these Jewish Jesus followers, that's almost like a tongue twister, considered going back to the old ways because of all the persecution. And that's where the book of Hebrews comes in. And Hebrews was written as a letter to encourage those followers of Jesus who weren't sure that all the pain and suffering was worth it. So the author tells these followers that followers of Jesus to stay strong, to not drift away, and to remember that Jesus understands what it feels like to suffer. So we're going to be reading now in Hebrews 2:9. We're going to be jumping back and forth, so I just say pay attention to the screen. But Hebrews 2:9, it says this. pray to God on people's behalf. But the writer says that Jesus is our new high priest, is those people's new high priest. And so he's now saying that Jesus doesn't just make sacrifices, he became a sacrifice on our behalf. And that Jesus gave up his own life to make a way for us to connect with God now and forever. And then also that Jesus represents us before God. So to these Jewish Jesus followers who understood the importance of a high priest, this was a pretty convincing argument about why they should believe in Jesus. But these Jesus followers weren't struggling because they needed to be convinced Jesus was God, but they needed help because life just got hard. They needed help with that. They didn't just need a convincing argument, they needed comfort in the midst of suffering. So the writer of Hebrews pointed them back to Jesus, their Savior, who did suffer. So the writer of Hebrews reminded them that Jesus understands what it's like to have a close friend turn their back on you. You know, Judas did that. Or feel like everyone hates you. Jesus definitely felt that. Or lose someone you love. Or be tempted to do what you know is wrong. Or just be rejected. Or even hurt so much that it makes you question God. And we see that in the Garden of Gethsemane. So the writer of Hebrews told the earlier followers of Jesus, and us too, to hang on, remember that Jesus knows what it's like to suffer, and know that Jesus is with us whatever difficulty we face. So we've already said that comfort matters more when it comes to someone who understands what we're going through. That's your story at the beginning. If that's true, then Jesus can understand and comfort us better than anyone, because he understands suffering better than anyone. So when life gets hard, one of the reasons we can hold firmly to Jesus is because he understands exactly what we're going through, and he's with us every step of the way. So, is it worth it? When Jesus stared death, torture, and humiliation in the face, he decided that yes, you were worth it. I was worth it. Tristan was worth it. The people there that were persecuting him, he said those people, everyone, it was worth to do that, to die on the cross for our sins. Life isn't easy. Following Jesus isn't easy. And there may be days when you want to give up, but on those days, I hope you remember that God is with you and understands you, because the Jesus who suffered suffers with you. And right now, with everything going on, we have to remember that and have to live our lives in a way that's pointing people to Jesus. Because, you know, right now, things are just different, and maybe that's a time for us to kind of take a step back. Like, I'm just at home. I don't have to talk about Jesus, but I think this is a better time more than ever to talk about Jesus. You have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just think you might not be going to stores, or you might not be going to school and all that kind of stuff, but there's definitely platforms for you to continue to witness, to continue to point people to Jesus every day. So make sure you're doing that.
And actually, speaking of, I was a part of this challenge where you're supposed to share your favorite Bible verse. Harry Wiggins nominated me to do that. I think that's a really good start. But let's say go even further than that. Like, why not on your Snapchat, your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever, TikTok, why don't you share about God's grace in your life, or even just the gospel with people? Why don't you take that step, since everyone's just on social media now because they have that time? Why not actually share God's grace in your life, or just the gospel with people? And I think that's a very simple way. But don't let people's opinions stop you, you know? Because what you could say on those social media platforms could change somebody's eternity. I think that's something important to remember.
Definitely.
So as we're talking about suffering, I know this is going to be a really stupid segue, just a heads up. As we're talking about suffering, I know that basketball fans are suffering because there's no March Madness. So we thought...
Who cares about basketball? I'm upset that there's no baseball right now. Tomorrow is supposed to be opening day for baseball. I'm going to cry tomorrow.
I don't like either sport, to be honest. I'm just being honest. But I know people are upset. I mean, people's brackets, I mean, they spent time ready for this, and now it's not even worth it. So we decided, why don't we play a game of Nailed It or Failed It, basketball edition. So rules is simple. In the chat, we want you guys to say nailed it or failed it. You can do the thumbs up or thumbs down if you want, if you can do that. But we're going to watch videos of people about to perform slam dunks. And again, if you think they're going to make it, nailed it, or if you don't think they're going to make it, fail it. So let's see the first video.
Try it.
gonna say nailed it, just because it looks like he's lowered the basketball goal.
I think I can slam dunk on that.
You might. We should try it.
Where's the basketball goal at? We should bring it back here.
Next week.
Next week. Watch out. So I'm saying nailed it. You say nailed it?
Yep.
Remember, guys, to put nailed it or failed it in the comments in the chat so we know what you guys think. So I think we're both for nailed it. I think also the other thing to remember is that there's nothing in the way. No, I feel like there's things there. He'll be like, oh, I'm going to trip over something or anything like that. That's not the case. So let's see what it is.
Try it.
He nailed it.
What I mean?
I do think it's lower.
Barely.
Barely.
But he nailed it.
He did. I think that is definitely lowered. All right, let's see the next one. That was really quick.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What I'm envisioning is going to happen here. He's going up. He did that little twirl thing. I'm sure there's a professional.
360.
Yeah, 360. What I think is we don't see this, but there's somebody on the ground, or like fell over, and he's going to trip over them. He won't be able to complete the slam dunk. That's my. I don't have any idea.
I don't think he's high enough, so I'm gonna say failed it.
But I feel like it's
high
gonna be.
enough.
But it can't just be like a boring fail. He's got to something's going to happen.
Oh, you think he's gonna fail? So you think?
I don't know.
I think he's going to hit his arm on the something. I don't know.
You're gonna hit.
I don't know.
What's to hit your arm on?
The backboard maybe.
Okay. So you're saying.
I'm gonna say failed.
So I said failed it too.
Oh, did you? Okay. So we both failed.
We're both failed. Okay. Oh, that was actually stylish. That was more than a 360.
There, yeah.
That was like a 720.
I think Brennan could do that.
You think Brennan? I think Brennan could do that.
Brennan, you got that?
Yeah. I think Brennan can
I wanna
definitely
see
do
him
that.
do it.
We had a lot of fails for that one. Wow. I'm shocked too. Let's check out the next one.
No, I gotta have it.
Well, it's the basic like test thing. If there's already been 2 nailed it, this has to be a failed it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I believe he could make this.
I'm gonna say failed it just because he was wiping off his shoes before he jumped.
Did he really?
Yeah,
I missed that
He did
part.
the whole wipe. I don't understand why people do that.
Wait, he wiped it like
I
with his-
understand. Yeah, like you wipe.
His hands gonna be nasty.
People do that all the time. Yeah, I know he's got coronavirus now, but like a lot of people wipe their shoes off before they run and to jump for some
Yeah.
reason. And I understand, so you get more grip. You don't want it to be slippery, I guess, or whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say failed it on this
I
one.
want to say nailed it just because I believe in my man. Whatever.
He's got the ups.
Jeff. That's his name is Jeff. He's got the ups. Yeah.
Let's see.
He's got the good vert. We're getting a lot of failed it's. You guys don't believe in my man Jeff. Oh! Now, I mean, technically, though, hold up. He grabbed the rim.
Oh, good for him. But he brought it with him. He wasn't supposed to do that. Now nobody can play. Selfish. He was selfish.
Dang, Jeff, why'd you do that, Jeff? All right, he failed it. First failed. Brendan said the shoe thing is for more grip.
Yeah. I still, whatever.
I don't think it's worth it.
You can either jump or you can't.
Wait, more grip on your hands?
No,
more grip
on your shoes.
Okay, good. That makes sense. All right. Let's see the next one.
Oh, we're
I can tell you right now, this is a failed it. This is failed it. This is definitely a failed it.
What was he about to jump over?
Could you replay it, Sarah? I want to see what he's actually jumping over. Or about to jump over. Is that, it looks like
He
pillows.
missed his foot.
Yeah, that looks like bags of like mulch.
So this is, envision what's about to happen. He's running, he's jumping on mulch or dirt, whatever it is. He's going to have to clear the SUV. It isn't going to happen.
I think he was supposed to jump on top of those.
And then jump again.
And then jump again.
Okay.
But he missed that.
He definitely is
It's
not
not
gonna-
happening.
That's 100%
There's gonna be a dent in that hood here in a second.
100%.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go. It's in slow motion.
See, told you. Oh! My man.
Jeff,
He didn't even make it to the hood.
dude, he almost did like a split going on.
See, he was trying to jump off the thing.
I'm afraid he might have broke a leg or something.
Yeah, man down.
Concussion.
He will not be playing for a little bit. Wow. All right.
Probably
How many more do we have? 2 more. This is same concept. He's jumping over, what is that, a Mini Cooper?
Yeah. I'm gonna say nailed it.
You're gonna say nailed it?
I've seen this guy before.
You've seen this guy
Yes,
before?
he's a professional slam dunk
Well,
artist.
then he has to make it.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna say he's gonna make it.
Well, I'm gonna just say failed it, because I mean, professionals make mistakes.
Yeah. He goes around and like pranks people because they
Really?
think that he can't dunk. And he'll show up looking like just a regular old little punk kid,
Yeah.
and then he'll go out there and dunk. Like he's done it in front of like professional basketball players, like trick them.
That's like the Tony Hawk thing.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
Can you do a kickflip? Yeah.
He's pretty good.
All right, so you're saying nailed it. I'm just gonna say failed it because
Yeah.
professionals make mistakes. This definitely looks like a professional video.
Everyone's saying that he's gonna nail it.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying he's gonna nail it.
Yeah.
He's gonna fail it. Watch. I put these videos in there. I know. They got alternate angle.
Yeah, I've seen that guy before. He's ridiculous.
I wanna. How do you jump that high? Like, what do you do?
So they just said the intense music.
How do you jump that high?
Yeah, how do you
You
jump?
practice.
That? I'm about to start.
Zach's gonna practice jumping, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Slam dunks coming your way next week.
Watch out.
He's got nothing else to do.
It's gonna be the little. It's gonna be the little
My-
tights.
my-
thing.
I got a rolling basketball goal. I'll bring it here. Let you-
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, we have one more.
Oh, this is gonna end well.
Failed it. Failed it.
What's the girl doing on the ground?
She tripped.
No, she
That
was
was
setting her up.
intentional?
Yes, it's intentional. Watch. She goes down. She's giving her.
She slipped. She just
Listen,
No.
listen.
She
no.
crawled down there. She was trying to help her
So-
girl out, y'all.
We're saying this is like high school basketball.
That's what it looks like.
Listen, if you're in high school basketball, sorry if you are. I know some of you guys are. You're not that good. Now, I mean, you may be good, but you're not that good to
This
get on the
looks more
ground.
like high school church girls basketball.
So there's some upward.
Sarah, you know about that, like.
Sarah does know about that life. And the other thing, can we play the video one more time? We have a little cameo of Sonic. I don't think that's legal. I think that's some copyright
They're
infringement.
the hedgehog.
But that's Sonic. That's like
Copyright infringement right there. Somebody call the cops.
Where's this church or school at? This is not right.
Everybody's got failed.
Failed
I
it?
don't give that girl a chance. She's only 34. She's Shaq. Told you. She tried to jump on her friend.
Play it again.
Tried to jump on her friend. Her friend was like, "Oh, I got you, girl." Boom. I'm gonna need Katie and Kylie to do this.
I want to see that.
Katie and Kylie, you do it. I don't
need
even
you
know
guys
if
to
you're
do
watching. Somebody tag
Somebody
them.
tell them.
Tell them what's up.
Is that the last one, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. Tristan, do you want?
That's the last one. Zach, we got any updates?
Oh, yeah.
Before we close it up.
So we have a couple updates. In just a second, I'm going to put our social media stuff, stay up to date with what we're doing. That includes our Facebook page, Facebook group, our Instagram, where we're doing almost daily just things, whether it's like motivational things or encouragements or just posts. As well as our YouTube channel, we're doing a Monday and Friday devotional through James. So I got through James 1 through 4. Went really far this past Monday, hoping to go through about half of it, of James 1, this on Friday. But I encourage you guys to check those out. Subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can continue watching this, because I believe we're going to be doing this for at least the next couple weeks.
Yeah, at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, let's just keep it like that. It may be like this for a little bit, but it's all good. We just got to change the way we do things. So let me put those in there. And then also, if you want to help out, we're trying to donate food to those in need. And you can do that. You can ask your parents to go buy some food and come to the church on Friday and drop it off at the kids' building. There'll be a red bin. Just fill it up with nice food, non-perishables. Don't be putting McDonald's in there or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what's perishable. Don't be putting your Cheetos in there. But instead, donate non-perishables, beans, or even
Stuff you don't have to put in the refrigerator.
stuff. Yeah, that's exactly what non-perishable means.
Yeah.
Thank you. So please help us out with that. And then lastly, we have a Minecraft server. We actually have 2. And so what we're trying to do, guys, is we're trying to create different kinds of community. All right, I'm on both servers. There's one for our PC and Mac people, and there's some for our mobile, Switch, Xbox. Did I say mobile already?
Yeah.
Mobile
PlayStation.
people, PlayStation.
I don't think
PlayStation doesn't
PlayStation's
work.
allowed. I tried.
Yeah.
It's not ready yet.
It's not.
It says coming soon. Because my
Okay.
son wanted to play on it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It'll never happen.
But what we're trying to do is see which server is better. Who no, which one is going to get played on more? Right now it's the Realm. It's the PC, or sorry, it's the mobile Xbox One. But if you want the PC server to stay, you guys need to hop on there and do that. We're just trying to have some fun, try to build community in a different way. And also, if you're on either server, I like to give things away for free because I'm a nice person. A very
What are you giving away for free?
diamonds. I gave
Oh.
Red doesn't know this yet, but I gave him a golden apple.
Ooh.
He does not. I don't, unless he's watching this. I left it for him. I made this little train thing go into his
I
place.
know that's something special. I can't remember what it's for.
Yeah, I found him in a abandoned mine shaft and just I don't want this. I found two.
Oh.
So Red, if you're watching this, you're welcome. If you haven't seen that yet, it's what I do for my friends. Just give away stuff, and you guys can get free stuff from me too. I can also just go creative mode and just drop diamonds everywhere.
There you go.
Just make it rain. Anything else, Tristan?
No, I'm good.
Do you want to close this out?
Yeah, I think we'll close up in prayer. Guys, if there's anything you need us to pray about, you can reach out to us. If you've got things going on that you need prayer for, like with your family or anything like that, just let us know either through here or you can text Zach or myself or send us a Facebook message or something. Just let us know how you're doing. We miss you guys. We miss seeing you on Wednesday night. I know you guys are missing your friends and missing regular, normal life. You never thought you would say that, right? You wish you would go to school and stuff like that, but I know that my kids are dying at home. They're getting bored.
I'm getting bored too.
But they got a lot of work to be doing too, schoolwork. So those of you that have struggled through that, sorry for you. But let's pray, and then we'll close it out, guys. Dear Lord, just thank you for tonight. Just thank you for letting us be able to do this, Lord. I thank you for the students or parents that have shown up tonight, Lord, online to watch us. Lord, I thank you for the message from Zach. Lord, I pray that as we are dealing with some suffering, most of us aren't suffering too bad right now, Lord, but at some time in our life, we will suffer through things, Lord. It's good to know that you are there to comfort us, protect us, and to be with us and go through it as well, Lord. I just thank you for all that you do, Lord. I pray that we strive to be a light to the world right now that could use it, Lord, anywhere we go, anything that we do, let it be that we glorify you, Lord. I just thank you for all that you do, Lord. I pray that you continue to protect all of us and keep us safe from illness, Lord, and keep us just close to each other, but far away from each other. Lord, just thank you for all that you do. In your name I pray. Amen.
And really quick, we have a quick giveaway. Last week, Lily won it was supposed to be a $25 gift card at Chick-fil-A, but I could not find $25 gift cards at Chick-fil-A, so she got $30.
Nice.
So we're doing another giveaway for another $25 gift card to Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, or Amazon, whatever you want to do. But what we want you guys to do is send us a picture again of you just watching this at the end. We're glad that you made it this far. People that made it at the beginning, they didn't get this far.
They're gone.
They're gone. But you guys, you're the real troopers. So I encourage you guys to take a picture, tag us on Instagram at CSM_Somerville. And the fifth person who I get the message from, number 5, you get the gift card. So take a picture, send it to me, and we'll see who wins. And
Lily
we'll
will
let
have to
know
mail it to
next
you.
week. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a great week, and we
Sure.
will see you next week.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.